Alright, so let's see the difference between the Bluedriver app and the Foxwell i70 Pro. Let's see what they can do on this Mercedes W204 C-Class. It's a 2011 model. So I'm gonna start first with the Bluedriver and see a little quick what it does. The OBD2 port is located under the steering wheel. Let's first read the codes. I don't think we have any, but let's see. Okay, 0 codes. And you can do basic stuff like clear the codes, save the reports. We've got freeze frame, very important. Smoke check, that's a useful thing to have, especially if you want to do the inspection and it looks like everything is okay here. Then we've got mode 6, again it's another self check. And one of the best functions on this scan tool is to check the live data, and let's see how the graph will look like. So these are the data feeds supported. We've got basic stuff: engine RPM, intake air temperature, throttle position, fuel rail pressure. Let's select only these two. So the commanded throttle actuator should be equal with the relative throttle position. And the graph looks quite good, I would say. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I've seen even worse, where you just see a little dot rise here, and that's kind of useless. So we've got good graphing here. And on this scan tool we've got basically three main things. We've got maintenance. Here you can see what you can reset on this car if you replace something. The OBD2 mode, which is similar with the Bluedriver app. So what it does here, it does also on Bluedriver app, most of it. Then you can go more deep into the Mercedes scanning mode, and here we can get a lot more in depth in all the modules. But let's see first the easy ones. Let's go into the maintenance and see what we can do. Let's see ABS. We don't have W204 here, but on Mercedes scanning mode you can get access to the module and at least see the live data. Air fuel ratio, nothing for Mercedes. Battery change, I've done that, it's possible. So I'm just gonna show you what it can do. I'm not gonna show you how to do that because that will take a lot longer. This car has a automat, it's not a CVT. We have a diesel particle filter, so let's see. And it looks like we can do the work. We've got C204 here. This car has manual parking brakes, evap, this is for a gasoline engine. Gear learn, not for Mercedes. Headlamp, this car has basic headlamps. Immobilizer, there is no Mercedes here. Injector, C-Class, no communication. Language change, odometer, nothing. Oil reset, it's possible to do, I've done it. Prime fuel pump, that's also possible because I've done it from the Mercedes scanning tool. I mean Mercedes scanning mode from this tool, not another tool. Airbags, it's possible to do work on airbags. We've got SIS and we can work on airbags. Okay. Suspension, this car has regular suspension. Automatic transmission fluid, no. Tire pressure monitoring system, throttle position sensor. Even though it doesn't allow me to access some modules, I know it's possible to work on them. So let's go now into the OBD2. So let's go directly into the live data. Let's see, custom list. And we've got exactly the same data feeds from the Bluedriver. Engine oil temperature, that was not on the Bluedriver. Okay. Transmission, we've got transmission also. And usually you get also the engine data feeds here. Not many things specific to the transmission. And we've got control module voltage. We've got the battery voltage basically. So let's finally go into the Mercedes scanning mode. Here we have a lot of things, and the smart VIN works on this. We can do a quick scan, I've done that once. And let's go into drive and motor electronics. It takes a little bit longer to connect usually. It's not that long compared to other cars. And the nice thing about this scanning mode is that it gives you groups of data feeds specific to a problem. So we've got here, for example, the starter does not turn. You press here and you get the live data relevant to this problem. For example, battery voltage, ignition switch on. Well, now the engine is running, so this is not yet activated. Clutch pedal operated, reverse gear engaged. The starter turns and the combustion engine does not start. Now we get different values. Engine speed has to be above 200 RPMs for the engine to start. Now the engine is idling, so status of the synchronization between the crankshaft and camshaft synchronized. This is very important data to have when you diagnose a no start when the engine is cranking. Fuel pump activated, rail pressure sensor 292 bars. Fuel level, we've got 44 liters, and injection quantity 4.5 milligrams. Low fuel pressure, we've got 4 bars. That's way more than enough. Usually it can go even with 2 bars, even though it shows here 3.6. The nice thing about this is that it gives you a reference. Most of them are relevant, some of them are not. Smooth operation for cylinder 1, 2, for example, you can see how they oscillate between minus 2.3 and 0.5, 0.6, 0.9. So you can see you get access to a lot of data feeds, and I really like the fact that they give you these data feeds organized, as I said, for the specific problem. I never seen this on any car until now, and that's a big thumbs up. That's a big thumbs up. Total torque after a calculation, you also get torque available on some other issue. You also can get torque available on some other troubleshooting mode. Test values while driving in full load mode. Again, relevant data feeds. Injection quantity, rail pressure sensor, boost pressure sensor, exhaust back pressure sensor, diesel particle filter differential pressure sensor. That's very important to have, because if the particle filter is clogged up, you're gonna see here a higher value. Available torque 88 Newton meters at the moment when the engine is idling, but if I increase the engine speed, let's see, also the torque available is increasing. I think this car needs a new thermostat. Rail pressure fluctuations, rail pressure regulation, sensor upstream of catalytic converter, we've got 0 degrees, so we've got a problem here. Transmission neutral position sensor, that's good stuff for the transmission. Exhaust after treatment, this is for the AdBlue. Now let's go into the transmission control, where again you're gonna get a lot of engine data feeds. Read codes, clear codes, live data, oil level check, the temperature of it, not the level. And there are a lot of data about the transmission. Let's put it in reverse, for example. Now we get a lot more torque. If I put it in park, it goes back. Here is something strange. We've got the battery voltage 340 volts. There should be something wrong with the voltage check, because that's not possible to have. This is even for a hybrid. And here we got something strange, 6.9 volts for the fuel pump. That's not possible because the pump will not run with this voltage, from what I know. So there is something to be checked here. You just go to the fuel pump, remove the connector and see what's the voltage. And that was in drive. Now you can go into the chassis, ACP, and we get access to the live data, power supply, switch states, brake pressure sensor. Let's see, if I press the brakes, you can see it increases to 100 bars. That's a very high pressure. Let's go into the body, and here we have the airbags. We should get the airbag light on. Input voltage, you don't need to open any airbag to check the voltage. And if you see this message, resistance too high, it means that there is no airbag in that spot of the car, so we don't have anything there. Side bags, we've got some of them but not all of them. I guess if you have the ultimate C class, you're gonna have all the airbags, like a C63 MG or something like that. You can check the relays, test of keys. At least you can see if you have more keys. We've got plenty of data feeds for all the modules possible. Most of them are more than you ever need, so I'm not gonna go in all of these because there are so many. Okay, so clearly we don't have active test here, and that's pretty strange because, for example, on older S-Class that you saw probably in the previous videos, I could do a lot of bidirectional tests. That's sad because Mercedes goes towards that way where you get even less and less access to the car modules, and they probably want you to buy the factory scan tool, the star scan tool. As you can see, the scan tool is quite capable of doing a lot of things, but it's limited on how much the car allows you to get access to. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it about this comparison, and if you have any questions, let me know. I will try to answer. Have a nice day, take care, and I will see you in the next video.